He grew up in her arms. She gave him everything she had, even though he wasn't her blood. But when she got old, he threw her out, not knowing. She was the real owner of everything he called his. Her name was Margaret Wilson, a retired teacher in her late 60s. She never had biological children of her own. But when she was 39, she adopted a baby boy left at the hospital door. She named him Daniel. She raised him with love, warmth, and discipline. Every lunchbox note said, "You are chosen. You are loved. You are mine." She worked 2 jobs to pay for his education, skipped meals to save for his college, and even mortgaged her home to fund his first business. Daniel became successful. He married rich, built a mansion, and told the world, "I made it from the bottom." But he never mentioned Margaret. Years passed. Margaret's health started declining. She couldn't walk well, needed help with medication. So Daniel said, "Why don't you move in with us? We have space." She smiled with tears. "Are you sure? I don't want to be a burden." Daniel replied, "You took care of me. Now it's my turn." But once she moved in, things changed. His wife, Vanessa, didn't like her presence. "She's too slow. She smells like old books. She's always in our way." Daniel would quietly agree. "She's not like your mother, I know, but just ignore it." Margaret stayed silent. She washed her dishes quietly, sat on the porch alone, and still whispered every night, "Bless my son. Keep him happy." One evening, Margaret accidentally broke a glass dish. Vanessa screamed, "That was part of my wedding set. What is wrong with you?" Margaret tried to apologize. "I'll replace it." "I'm so sorry, dear." Vanessa snapped, "You can't even walk straight. Why are you still here?" Daniel walked in. Instead of protecting Margaret, he shouted, "Maybe it's time you went back to your old place. You don't belong here anymore." Margaret whispered, "I don't have a place anymore." Vanessa scoffed, "Then a shelter would suit you better." Daniel pointed to the door. "Go, now." Tears rolled down her cheeks. She picked up a small cloth bag. And as she stood at the door, she said gently, "I never needed your house, just your love." He didn't reply. The very next morning, Daniel received a call. His business lawyer. Urgent. Daniel arrived at the office annoyed. "What now?" The lawyer handed him a sealed envelope. "This letter came from your mother yesterday, right after she left." Confused, Daniel opened it. "Dear Daniel, I never told you this because I didn't want you to love me for money. But before I adopted you, I inherited a large amount of property and gold from my grandfather. He was a silent partner in a mining company that exploded in value after he died. All of it, I put in a trust fund. Over the years, I quietly invested, grew it. Today, it's worth over $200 million. Every asset, every stock, every account is in your name, because I believed you would always see me as your mother. But now, I see I was wrong. You wanted the riches, not the roots. Don't worry. I'm removing your name from the trust today. Love always, Mom." Daniel's hands shook. His face turned pale. He screamed, "What? She's lying. She has nothing." The lawyer opened a folder. "Actually, here are the original documents. She owned 3 properties, 5 investment accounts, and majority shares in 2 biotech companies. And yesterday, she transferred them to a children's charity and a cancer foundation." Daniel fell into the chair. "She gave it all away?" The lawyer nodded. "Except one property, her old cottage. She left it for someone else." "Who?" "To Ava, the girl from the shelter Margaret used to volunteer at. She calls her Granny Margaret." Daniel drove to Margaret's old cottage. It was empty, no sign of her. He searched care homes, hospitals, churches, nowhere. Finally, he found Ava, now in college. He asked, "Where is she?" Ava smiled. "She said if you ever come looking, just tell him this." She handed him a note. If you've come looking for money, it's gone. If you've come looking for me, I already forgave you, but I'm not coming back. Because love doesn't knock twice where it wasn't welcomed once. Mom! Daniel stood frozen. For the first time in years, he wept like a child. Don't wait until it's too late to value the ones who raised you. Money comes and goes. But a mother's love, once lost, never returns the same.